So we're going through a very quick overview of the Power PDF product, and you can see from the product number one that it looks like a Microsoft product. So if someone's happy working within Word, Excel, knows the navigation of how Word and Excel you navigate through the features and the functionality, you'll find that they are generally comfortable with the Kofax Power PDF product because it follows the Microsoft standard of a ribbon style layout. The functionality in here, you have the ability to assemble documents. So document assembly, if you've got a PDF and you want to move pages around, you can click into the document assembly mode. Very simple to insert, extract and delete pages. To actually build the PDFs in the first place, you can either combine files, so you can go out to Windows Explorer and select Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, other files, including audio and video as well, can be brought into a PDF file and combine. You can combine, create a PDF from an individual file. You can capture PDFs from the scanner. So if you've got a desktop scanner, a little MFP connected to your desktop, then you can leverage capturing from a scanner. Combining is where you have multiple PDFs open. If you have multiple PDFs open, they'll be open along here. And you can click Combine All, which is a very good way of creating, for lawyers, creating court books, or maybe it's a big tax return with lots of different PDFs and you want to compile it all and send the client just one PDF. Nice way of taking care of your clients in combining. When you use any of this functionality, and that also includes the ability to capture web pages, including entire websites, Outlook folders, when it generates a PDF, you get this these bookmarks bars. This bookmark bar has been created from exporting this set of emails from an Outlook folder. It has then created bookmarks where I can go through the bookmarks based on when the email was sent, who sent the email, the subject, and the folder. So this was a set of folders, and in those folders you can see Inbox, Demo, Boutique, DS Tech. All of those were the subfolders within Outlook that have been exported. So some really cool functionality there. You have the ability to rotate pages. So if scanning's brought it in sideways, you can pull them up the right way. The conversion to Word, Excel, and PowerPoint is excellent. I'll go through that in a detailed video separately. You have the ability to click in and edit text. There is two methods of editing text. You can do individual edit text, which is great for just tweaking Word, but if you need to make more dramatic changes to the layout and you don't want to go back to the Word original or whatever format, you can actually go to a typewriter mode, which puts it into a kind of Word format that you can actually edit multiple pages. You can reduce the size of a document, you can split. There's some great functionality within all of that. Within the editing, as I mentioned, you can convert it to an editable document, and then you get all the tools available for making bold text, putting in, bold text, italics, bullet points, and so on. You can actually edit objects. So if you've got images in there, you can delete the images. You can add headers and footers. Headers and footers is really cool because you can actually shrink the content of the PDF so that the headers and the footers don't overlap the content, and that can be particularly useful for things like putting together electronic court books. We have Bates numbering functionality within there, and as I mentioned before, we can embed movies and sound and various other things. Within the view, you can change the view. I demonstrated some of that already. I mean, just the standard functionality you'd expect. I just held down the control key and hit the scroll bar so you can scroll in and out very easily. The commenting functionality is pretty comprehensive. You can put post-it notes on there. You can put comments, a lot like when you comment a Word document and you're exchanging information between multiple parties. You can put all kinds of highlights and cross-outs and underlines. A lot of functionality there. You can embed audio comments into the document if you want to put dictate some changes and then send the document over to someone else to make some changes. That can be a very quick way of doing things. The advanced processing, there's some really neat functionality in here that you can flatten the file, so you can, PDFs are made of multiple layers on top of each other, so you can have an image layer, a text layer, you can flatten them all down. and that removes a bunch of information from the file, and that can have specific applications. There is a sequencer, which is the ability to compile a set of commands. So you might have a standard that when you send out a PDF for a contract or something, that you want to put headers and footers, you want to do some Bates numbering, maybe you want to put a watermark to say this is a final contract. So the sequencer means that you can build those multi-step functions, give them a name, and it will run over every time. Security functionality, there's redaction, so you can search for redaction. So if you wanted to redact out specific names within a document, you can search for a name. You can search for strings, so you could search for like a tax file number or a credit card number type string, and you can automatically identify and then go through and redact all of that information. The signatures functionality is quite comprehensive. DocuSign is supported. It's not installed by default. You do need to go in and install that. That might be because Kofax want you to look at their own SignDoc functionality, and so that's fully supported. They've got SignDoc and DocuSign, which are fully fledged multi-party signature solutions that are hosted. But it does have the ability to just do handwritten signatures, so you can stamp a handwritten signature on things. You can manage your own certificates and sign things individually. Those are no-cost signature solutions, whereas the SignDoc and the DocuSign have additional costs. You have the ability to clean documents, so there's often in properties, there's authors and various other bits of information within a document that might be confidential, so there's some functionality there to remove those bits of information. The forms processing is incredibly good. I think it's the best out of all of the applications. Form Typer gives you the ability, if you've got a image PDF, you hit the Form Typer, it'll convert the whole thing to text searchable and turn it into a fillable form. And I've been using that for years with any kind of electronic form that someone sends me. If it's not electronically fillable, I'll hit the Form Typer, convert it to fillable. I will fill it in electronically. I will then sign it electronically, often just by placing an image of my signature. I'll then lock it securely, send it back to the party that has sent me through the form. And I've been successful now with everyone, including banks, which for quite a while were saying, no, you need to print and sign. Everyone that I deal with is now accepting electronic PDF replies, which is a very big bonus. There's connectors. I've only got the Dropbox and the iManage connectors installed here, but during the installation you can go through and you can deploy connectors for the major document management systems. And we have our own connectors for a number of the Australian document management systems, which are not recognised by the Americans and so are not compiled in, but we have the ability for you to save PDFs directly into like Leap Cloud, Lexis Affinity, some of the legal document management systems and others. So that is a very brief overview. We will follow up with more videos that will go into deeper detail on how to build PDFs, how to combine them, how to redact them, how to annotate them, how to sign them, what are the benefits of the different types of signatures, from placing handwritten signatures to your own digital certificates to using third-party signature solutions. So thanks for watching.